I'd like to talk to you about learning styles. And I'm going to break this next little section into two parts. First, I got to give you some context and a bit of a framework so that you get the right mindset as it comes to teaching adults, because I'm going to make the assumption that probably everyone that is a coach or a trainer that is part of this program is working with adults. Children, similar concepts apply, but we're really going to focus on the adult learner here. And the adult learner is different, especially people that have got a lot of experience from a new person just starting off on the job. Let me give you an example of what I mean by that. I've walked into rooms where I have had a large group of seasoned employees, and you can literally tell where the body language and the facial expression is kind of, I don't know what you're going to teach me, I don't want to be here, this is a waste of time. You're probably going to find that as well, because some people, we in the industry refer to them as training hostages. You may have someone that is the equivalent, and you're going to have to work at building rapport and trust and getting them to open up so you can connect with them. Because in spite of how they feel and what they want to do or not do, the reality is some of these people are in your class or you're teaching them, and you have a responsibility to equip them with the skills and the tools that we provide you in the Kison program to help them become more effective and more successful. So remember, when you're dealing with adults, you have to acknowledge their experience, their perspective, and validate them for who and what they are. You can't change anyone. You can simply create an environment where they open up to learn and to develop. In order to help you be more effective, what you'll find in this section is some great resources. One of the first ones is The Power of Three. It's an article, an excerpt from a longer article that gives some perspective on the research that and the insight that people in the area of neuroscience are discovering about how we think and patterns for people that teach and that lead others that they can apply to help people remember and internalize concepts. So The Power of Three, I encourage you to read that article. It's a great one. Attention span. Further, really, if you read that article, I'm going to make you read it because I'm going to tell you the numbers and the statistics, because it's absolutely mind-boggling when you realize just how little time you actually have to engage somebody and have them with you. And you'll notice this as soon as you start teaching, or if you've ever done any training. When the heads go down and people start doodling, usually you've lost them. So great research there that will help you realize that the importance of applying tools and activities that you find in this program throughout the program will engage learners, plus you're going to have more fun and you're going to be more effective. Beyond that, learner engagement is critical. I referred to Maslow's 4 stages of learning, and you'll see this if you've gone through the Kison program in a couple of the earlier segments. We talk about the 4 stages of unconscious competence to conscious competence and so forth. I again encourage you to look at where you're at on those 4 levels, and then really try to assess where your audience or the people that you're coaching are at. And what you can find is that you may have someone that is level 4 in one area and actually level 2 in another area. So there's a real range of awareness and application that you have to deal with as the trainer and as the coach. The last part before the templates and exercises deals with 3 factors that are really significant in adult learning. The first one is fear, the second one is pride, and the third one is ignorance. I want you to read that section carefully and really reflect on that relative to the group that you're going to be working with. And maybe even for yourself. You may be forced into this role, not assuming that you're here because you want to do this. This may be a new responsibility and role that you're being asked to take on. So look at your own issues. How do you feel about the fear of stepping up and coaching and training others? You could be very anxious. I remember when I first started doing this many years ago, I was terrified. So I can relate to where some of you may be at. If you persevere, if you apply what I'm going to give you here and the resources that you find, you will get better. You have to work at it, but if you apply yourself and deal with some of your barriers and some of the biases that you have and open your mind to learning, you will improve. And in order for you to do that for others, quite frankly, it has to start with you. So enough of that. Let's talk about some of the tools you have here. So there's preparation strategies. If you look at what follows in this particular section, you'll see some exercises that have information and then blank spaces. I'd like you to either just download a copy and you can add the information, or you can print something out and take it with you, or at least use it as a planning tool before you do a session as you engage the learners, whether it be in your company or the group that you happen to be working with where you're teaching this course. As you go through each of these sections, so whether it's about group dynamics for creating instructional planning and learning sessions, or it's factors that influence adult learning, whatever it happens to be, spend some time in these and actually complete them, because they're going to help you understand your audience, they're going to help you prepare yourself, and the end result is you're just going to be way more effective. And quite frankly, the people that are sitting in the chairs listening to you or going through the training or coaching are going to have a better time, and they're going to internalize this. And if you come back and reinforce and review, you're going to start seeing changes in behaviors, application, and greater success from the people that you're teaching.